Hi, I'm John Mickman, president of Mickman Brothers, and today we're going to be talking about fertilizing trees. This is a really extremely important part of home landscaping endeavor, and especially in these light sands we have here in Anoka County. We all have sandy soil. Now here's the good news. The good news is that everything grows good in sand. The reason is because the sand particles are quite large, and so there's space between the particles, and roots and air and moisture can flow freely through them. As opposed to clay soils, like they have over in like Minnetonka and Plymouth. I put in irrigation systems in Plymouth and come back a year later after we put in the system and the sod has been laid. And when I go to pull up the sod the next spring, it actually comes back up because the roots can't go through that really dense hard-packed clay. We don't have that problem in Anoka County. It's all sand, and the roots can flow and grow through this sandy ground really easily. That's the good news. The bad news is all the moisture and nutrients leach through the soil really fast. If you take a glass of water and pour it on Anoka County sugar sand, it hardly even slows down. It just keeps right on going. So we need to keep an adequate water supply on our trees and shrubs and lawns. And we also need to add nutrients to all the growing plants, because otherwise they won't die, but they won't thrive. And we all want our landscapes to thrive and be as healthy and hardy as possible. Everybody knows about weed and feed their lawns in the spring, and almost everybody does it, and lawns look great. But not enough people fertilize their trees and shrubs, and it's really important. And it's easy and fun to do. So right here we have a big maple tree. It's about a 25-foot tall tree, and when we're judging how many spikes we want to use on the tree, it doesn't have anything to do with how tall the tree is. It has something to do with what the caliper is, or the diameter of the trunk just above the soil level. Now this tree it's about a 7-inch caliper tree. And it's important we kind of know, because judging based on the size of the tree, that's how many tree spikes we're going to put in. The rule of thumb with tree spikes is every 2 inches of caliper, we need 1 spike. So this is, 6 inches would be 3, 7 inches would be 3.5, so we're going to put 4 spikes in this tree. The place to put the spikes is at the edge of the drip line of the tree, which is the area of the tree where the crown has stopped. And so right here, we're at the edge of the crown, and we're probably about 5 or 6 feet away from the trunk. Many people think that the root system is directly underneath the tree. Incorrect. The root system of a tree looks like this. Picture a dinner plate with a wine glass on top of the center of the dinner plate. The part that you put the wine in the wine glass, pretend that's the crown of the tree. The stem would be the trunk of the tree. And the root system of the tree is like the dinner plate underneath that tree. So the roots go out. They don't go down, they go out. And that's why on a tree like this, we're fertilizing right at the edge of the drip line. So we sell these tree spikes in the store. There's 3 different types. One for deciduous trees or shade trees, one for evergreen trees, and one for fruit trees. And they're in 3 different boxes here in the garden center. And right above those boxes, there are these little caps that we use to pound the tree spikes into the soil. So, and they only cost 99 cents. It's just, for 99 cents, it's the best thing you can do for your landscape. Honestly, it's really a good value. So I'm going to start out with these deciduous tree and shrub spikes right here. I take one of these spikes out. They have a little bit sharper end and then a more of a blunt end. And what I do is put this cap over the top so I can hammer on it without it falling apart. Go underneath the drip line here. And usually what I do first is take my hammer and just kind of make an indent in the soil like this. Boy, this lawn is really healthy and thick. It's really nice. So anyway, I've broken through the sod and the roots zone of the grass here. And I take this tree spike Just go down like that. Take this up. That's all there is to it. So one here. I'll go about, we're going to put in 4, so I'll go about 25% of the distance around the tree. Put in one more. And one more over here. Usually these caps last about 3 or 4 spikes. This one is toasted, so make sure you get these little caps when you buy the tree spikes. And the last tree spike is right here. Edge of the strip line of the tree. There. See how fun and easy that is? This tree is set for a whole year, and it will make a huge difference in the growth of this tree. It'll grow 2 to 3 times as fast in Anoka County in the sand if you use tree spikes. So let's go over and look at an evergreen tree. Okay, so here we have a really beautiful spruce tree, Black Hill spruce, very healthy, and this homeowner has been spiking his trees ever since he planted them. And this tree was planted about 7 years ago. And when he planted it, it was this tall. And you can see the difference in how big and beautiful and healthy this evergreen tree is. It made it through the winter. It's great color, even though it's real early spring. It's just great. Now this tree, being a spruce tree, it's a little bit hard to get inside to see the caliper of what it is, but I measured already, it's about 10 to 12 inches, so this tree will take 5 to 6 tree spikes. There's a different type of tree spike for evergreen trees. The formula is a little bit different, so when you do your evergreen trees, make sure you get the evergreen tree spikes for these. And on spruce trees, it's really easy to tell where the drip line is because here it is, real easy. Same procedure, just break the side up a little bit. Tap this tree spike down. Recover your cap. And away we go. 5 more to go. Okay, here goes tree spike number 6. Right at the edge of the drip line. Put the cap on. This cap is almost done here. Got to be a little bit careful. Tap, tap. Put it just underneath where the roots stop in the grass. And kind of fluff it over like this. And that's it. The best thing you can do. 99 cents a tree spike. You know, for this tree we spent $12, and I guarantee you this spruce tree will grow 12 to 18 inches this year after it's been properly fertilized. Best thing you can do for your landscapes, tree spikes. And don't forget, the same holds true for all your perennials and woody shrubs. Fertilize in the sandy soil. They won't die, but they sure could use some nutrients. So we also sell Osmocote in the store. It's a time release fertilizer that lasts about 4 months. Unfortunately in Minnesota, that's all the growing season we get is about 4 months. So in Minnesota we just use 1 application per year. If you had the pleasure of living in southern Mississippi, you'd probably do it twice. But in Minnesota, you can save some money and only do it once. So that's it. Thanks for choosing Mickman Brothers, and we'll see you in the garden center. Thank you.